All right, if you're on right now, can you just make sure you put yourself on mute?
I'm trying. My phone is frozen.
How you do that?
I'm trying to mute everybody, but the thing is,
So how do I press audio?
Yeah, audio on mute.
Audio mute.
All right, cool. All right, y'all. So welcome to the Sunday team call. Thank you for tuning in. Don't matter, no matter what attitude, the call will go down. Me and AJ is in the garage right now. Still gonna get the call done. It don't matter. We're gonna make it happen. So, like I said, thank you for tuning in. Today is gonna be a pretty informational call, but it shouldn't be that long. So make sure that you take notes, and then also make sure you write down questions that you have. Towards the end of the call, we'll have a section where you guys can ask questions about anything, nutrition, fitness, Herbalife, next events, how to hit your promotions, whatever it may be. Go ahead and ask these questions, and we'll answer them for you. But first things we want to get into for the team call is Chuck was at another event. So Chuck will be sharing again what he took away from this event. What's special about this event is Leadership Development Weekend. They really go into depth about, how to really become a leader. This is a corporate event, so it's not like an SDS. It's real advanced information. So he was able to be with Garrain Jones, who's a 30K presidency member, and then also Brad Harris, who's crazy with the mindset, and I believe he's 15K presidency. So we're going to let Chuck take it away. He's going to give us some tips on what he learned from this LDW. And then also I'll share with you guys my LDW experience of my first event I went to, which was LDW. So you'll see why it's so important and why you guys have to go no matter what. So without further ado, let's give it up to World Team Member Chuck. Let's go, bro. You ready?
Yes, sir. What up, crew?
What up?
Oh, man, I got plenty of notes, but I'm going to touch on the key ones that I got that I took away from it. Leadership duplication is number one. All right. Remember, people are always watching. So be the member that you want your members to be. So anybody in your downline, if you're worried about how much volume they're doing and why they're not doing anything, check yourself first. Are you doing it? Are you being a leader for them? Or are you being the example? So be the member, be the current member that you want your past, present, and future members to be. All right? So lead from the front. Don't lead and chill. A lot of us, once you start getting downline or you start getting overwhelmed, you worry about, you go into management mode and you stop doing what you were doing that was successful for you. So your volume takes a dive and it just goes on from there. So lead from the front and don't lead and chill. So that means contribution, work in production, and just actions overall. Lead from the front. Do that yourself. Physical evidence of the action. Don't just say it, do it. All right. All right. People don't do what you say. They do what they see. All right. So next one. All right. Everybody wants to change their pins. That's the ultimate goal when you're trying to level up in the marketing plan. All right. Don't focus so much on changing your pins. Focus on changing yourself. This comes from Brad Harris, the personal development man, 15K press team. Changing your pins comes from the internal. All right, from love, joy, and peace. All right, so if you're working on yourself every day, you're doing your personal development every day. You're reaching out to other people, helping them, and just impacting their lives in a positive way. That's what's going to attract people to you. That's what's going to grow your business, and that's what's ultimately going to change your pins because you're impacting so many people in a positive way. All right. Garrain Jones talked about being the Herbalife mailman. All right. So he was saying that be branded. To use where talk. Be branded. Spread the word. And just talk. And what I want to touch on now is talk. All right. So he went over 4 points. The first point is point of connection. All right. He says before he even brings up Herbalife at all, he just talks to them. How are you doing? You know, he talks about maybe they're having a bad day. They're not ready to hear about Herbalife yet. You know, so you want to lower their guard with the point of connection. Raise the trust level. As you talk more to them, they get more comfortable with you, and then you could talk about Herbalife later. All right. Point 2 is point of familiarity. All right. Becoming familiar with them. Find anything that you have in common with them and focus on those qualities. All right. Number 3, create emotional hooks. Listen to listen. All right. The person who asks the most questions is leading the conversation. All right. So if you're asking them questions, open-ended questions at that, you're continuing to keep them talking. All right. So now you're showing that you're interested in what they have to say. So be more interested than interesting. You know, hear what they got to say instead of you talking about what you got going on. All right. And then number 4, speak visually. All right. When you're doing wellness evaluations, when you're talking to clients about the products, Garrain was saying to dream with them. You know, he was saying to put imagine if to start your sentences. So imagine this. Imagine if you drop this weight. I wonder what it'll be like to be able to fit in that dress again, to fit this size again. So use the word imagine when you're talking about it. You know, just have them see it visually as you're speaking. And this will make a big difference in your business. All right. Imagine if you dropped 30 pounds. Could you imagine what size you would be? Imagine if y'all did it together. So when you're talking about referrals, imagine if you and your son or you and your sister could do this together. Imagine what that would look like. Imagine what that would feel like. All right. All right. Brad Harris touched on building a strong downline. All right. So a lot of people have trouble building that downline, getting members to sign up. Right. So first of all, you got to work on your invitation and presentation and know the difference. If you don't know the difference, get with your upline. They will explain it to you. All right. He talked about how the lack of confidence breeds procrastination. If your downline isn't confident when it comes to talking to people, because the first levels, you know, all the way through World Team, you can pretty much do that by yourself. You don't need a downline to do that. But when you're going past World Team, you're going to need downline. So if they don't know how to talk to people, they're not going to go past World Team, if that. So build that confidence up. You know, the first 20 wellness evaluations is practice, maybe more. So you're going to mess up, but that's where you build that confidence at. All right. So know the difference between invitation and presentation. All right. All right. This one was a big one for me. All right. So Garrain talked about an overload of unused information. This talked about focus, being able to focus on what your goal is. All right. So I know this really got to me because this is something I'm dealing with myself. All right. So an overload of unused information creates mental clutter. All right. Now, just think about this for a second. How many of us have cars that, you know, is cluttered up, which then goes from a dirty car to a dirty closet to a dirty room, dirty dishes, dirty house. No space in your phone because you have so many pictures and videos. Clean out everything. Make sure everything is clean. All right? Because all that leads to frustration, overwhelm, and just everything is just a mess. So if you stay clean and neat, you don't have to worry about being overwhelmed because everything is in its place already. All right. That helps you be able to focus on what your goal is. I know with me, sometimes I come home, the office is dirty. I got clothes on the floor. So the way I'm set up, I can't get focused on my business till I'm cleaned up. So if that's clean already, you can go ahead and focus on what's most important. All right. All right. Focus. Follow one course until successful. All right. You can break focus down. Follow one course until successful. All right. And then by focus, he went into having a mental GPS system. All right. So a lot of times, let's just say you're going from here to the store. All right. It's 5 miles away. All right. GPS says it's 5 miles, go straight. All right. If you're not mentally focused on what your goal is, all right. So here comes another problem. All right. So now you have a relationship issue. All right. So now instead of going 5 miles forward, now you're going backwards. All right. So then here comes another issue. You got an issue at your job. Oh man, you done went left. Now you're going 2 miles that way when all you need to do is go 5 miles straight. All right. So focus on what your goal is and keep going. Don't get distracted. All right. This is something that he really got to me with. If your conversation isn't aligned with my thought process, then it's likely that I'm ignoring you. He talked about sometimes people feel like as if he's ignoring them. Garrain Jones. He said, well, most likely I am because they're coming to me about gossip. That's not aligned with where I'm going, so I'm ignoring you. All right. So a lot of people, we know a lot of people that does this, that come to us about gossip and they want to vent. If it's not aligned with where you're trying to go, you got to leave them alone. All right. All right. And this comes with multitasking. It's so popular these days. When you're multitasking, all you're doing is admitting that you can't focus. So he was saying, on Facebook or on all the social media, you're going to have this thread, this chat, this, that, this, and that. Put the phone down, focus on this. Or turn off Facebook for a while and focus on this. Stop trying to do everything at one time. All right. So multitasking is just admitting that you can't focus. All right. When it comes to recognition, I feel like a lot of our Facebook and Instagram and everything should be pretty much clients every day. All right. How many times have we posted something about a client losing weight? Not only does that build confidence, but other people are excited about it and they're like, well, I want to do it too. So that client recognition is going to help not only them build their confidence up because they feel you care about them enough to post about them, but it's going to bring people to you. It's going to be more referrals. All right. So he gave 3 different ways of, saying thank you. One is you are important with like 5 exclamation points. All right. You do matter and you are special in this world. And as y'all know from over there, Garrain Jones be hyped up. He was dancing around stage and everything, but all this stuff was big. All right. Recognition creates good feelings. All right. Good feelings create good energy. Good energy creates a happy environment. A happy environment creates a willingness to grow. A willingness to grow creates an opportunity for momentum. All right. It's the 4th quarter. Recognition is big right now. We all need that momentum to push us to Big Bear, to push us to, oh yeah, we got new promotions as well. I'll tell y'all that at the end if Sabet hasn't told y'all already. So momentum is big right now. All of us have set goals, and if you haven't, it's time to set them before you go to bed at night. All right, so whether it's this month or for your 90 days, set your goals and trying to accomplish them. Work toward those every day. That's why you have a DMO. All right. All right. Like I said, avoid distractions. All right. So Brad Harris talked about having a bad day. We all have bad days. But the question he asked was like, what, or the comment he said was, so what, you had a bad day? Does that change what you want in life? Does that change the goals you set? No, continue to work for them. Okay, bounce back. You had a bad day. Bounce back. Continue to work towards your goals. All right, avoid distractions. Distraction is anything that keeps you from your DMO. All right, stop the multitasking. All right, all distractions are equal. There are good and bad distractions. All right, just like weather, for example. It might be cold outside. That's a distraction, right? Most people want to stay inside. Now, if you had a plan on going outside to jog or whatever, hey, bundle up a little bit and go get it done. That's what's going to work. That's what's going to push you toward your goal. So don't let that be a distraction. Use it for momentum. All right, and then something big that I took away was when he was all right, this was Brad Harris. He was talking about using the word cost or spend. All right. We always asking, how much does it cost? How much is a ticket? How much does a ticket cost for LDW? How much does a ticket cost for STS? Throw out cost, throw out spend, and let people know this is an investment. I'm investing this $30 to STS. I'm investing this $100 to STS. I'm investing this money for this hotel room to my business because I need this to attend LDW, or I need this to attend this event, and what I'm gonna get from that weekend or that event is going to help me grow my business. So get rid of the word cost and the word spend and use investment. All right, invest. All right, and then Brad talked about 4 R's. All right, 4 R's. Those are retail, recruit, then rinse and repeat. Retail, recruit, then rinse and repeat. All right. So retail, you're getting those products out. You're helping all these people get healthy. Now it's time to recruit them, becoming VIP members, coaches. All right. Then you have to rinse. Now what he meant by rinse was wash out those who don't take personal responsibility for their business. We all have these coaches that, they kind of fall off and they just don't want to do anything. They got all these excuses. All right. It's their business. They're responsible for their business, how much time they put into it, how much effort they put into it. All right. Retail, recruit, rinse, and repeat. So now it's time to rinse them out. They'll come back when they're ready. All right. Repeat it. You can only focus on those that want help. Why put all this time and effort into somebody and then you end up getting, well, I can't make it. I'm too busy. It's always excuse after excuse. Focus on those who want to grow, who want to go to the events, because those are the people that mean the most right now. Those are the people that's trying to grow with you. All right. And then one of the last things Brad talked about was the 3 different color codes: blue, green, and red. All right. Blue is for the people who look up to you. All right. Blue is people who look up to you. Green are your peers, your friends, your coworkers. Red are the people that you look up to. All right. This goes with recruiting. So you might make a list of potentials, and just like we have a rating system for our potentials, This is just another rating system, blue, green, and red. The blue is going to be the easiest to recruit because they look up to you already. So you can use the direct approach to them about what you're doing, why you're doing it, opposed to kind of easing it in and gaining their trust about it. All right. So that's just another system that you could use if you didn't have one already. All right, and then I know I posted about the 4 new products we have: the cinnamon herbal concentrate, the tea, the pomegranate and original green tea, and then as y'all know, midnight y'all time will be pumpkin spice. I know Pat loves. I hear Pat is gonna buy like 30 Formula Ones already. Y'all better get them early. I had to mess with you, Pat. All right. As far as the new promotion they have from October until December, the last 3 months of the fourth quarter, there's 3 different levels of the promotion. All right. Level 1. Level 1 is to get 3,000 volume points, total volume points, in 3 consecutive months, or accumulate 10,000 total volume during these last 3 months with a minimum of 2,500. So you got 3,000 in 3 consecutive months, or 10,000 total volume with a minimum of 2,500 in each month. What that will earn you is $100. Herbalife is giving away money now. All right. Level 2. 5,000 total volume points in 3 consecutive months, or 17,500 total volume in the last 3 months with a minimum of 2,500. All right. For that, you'll earn yourself $200.
Done.
Level 3. 7,500 total volume in 3 consecutive months, or accumulate 25 grand over the last 3 months with a minimum of 2,500. All right. So with these levels, it's important to go ahead and build your team, build those members, gain those clients, work them up to VIP or coaches, and teach them exactly what you already know: duplication. All right. And that's everything that I got from LDW this weekend. It was plenty of information. I know y'all are looking forward to y'all LDW, but this was perfect for me, and it's definitely going to help me grow.
Thanks, Chuck. Appreciate it. So as you can see, it was a lot of powerful speakers at Jacksonville LDW. So Chuck got a lot of good information. Thank you for sharing. And Chuck, how did it feel to be VIP? Just give us a quick tip. How did it feel to be VIP for your first big event? And just give us a quick 1-minute share on your experience of being VIP.
Well, I didn't get the VIP table, but I was able to get the VIP lunch, the special dinner, the Halloween costume dinner. It was so much fun because I got to connect with different people, different leaders. I talked to different presidents, team members, and just pick their brains. They had for the lunch today, they had the shakes laid out, every flavor, different PDM, so plus plenty of fruit. It was just great because I got to connect with other people, hear their stories, and then of course it's VIP. It's just something that is big that you could push for. And I was bronze VIP, so my goal is to at least hit silver or gold next time.
Nice.
No matter what.
Nice. Thanks, bro. So for me, I love Leadership Development Weekend because I was the first event I ever went to. I was a health coach for about 7 or 8 months. I've never been to an event. And Jerry talked me into going to Leadership Development Weekend, and I really didn't want to go because I thought I was spending money on a ticket, spending money on a hotel, spending gas money on somebody to take me out there, so I didn't want to go. I was at Leadership Development Weekend for about 2 hours. I called my first coach, AJ. I didn't know what he was talking about, but I was so excited that he was just excited. So I'm telling you, you gotta go to these events. The next event is in Sacramento next week on the 10th. You gotta buy your ticket. It's $90 online. I highly recommend you go get it now because at the door it's gonna be $110. So if you're in the Bay Area and you don't want to commute, hit me up. We'll find somewhere for you to stay. But it's necessary that everybody gets there because it's powerful and to take your business to the next level. I'm telling you, when I went to this event a year and a half ago, that was the first event I went to. I didn't know nothing. And now it's like I'm getting everybody else to go because I know what it can do for you. So that's it as far as Leadership Development Weekend. And then also on the 25th is Los Angeles, the 25th weekend. I'm going to that. I don't care. I got to get it all. I got to soak up all this knowledge I can. So if you're in NorCal and you want to come too, let me know. We can figure it out because we can all go. So other than that is we have an announcement for everybody in Sacramento. It's a lot of Sacramento people on here.
What's wrong with that?
For Sacramento, we're going to be going to Sacktown Fit Club.
I wanted some anyway.
Who's that? If you just hopped on, can you please mute for me? Appreciate it. If you're in Sacramento, the new schedule we're going to be doing is Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday we'll be at Sacktown Fit Club. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday we'll be at Sacktown Fit Club. And then Wednesday, Wellness Workshop or Wellness Wednesdays in my apartment. And then Friday, we're going to do the El Grove Fit Club. So we'll have an agenda out. We'll be sending to you guys, but I just wanted to update you on the new schedule. So it was a pretty short call today. We just wanted to get shares from Chuck about LDW. Also, just a quick tip on my experience at my first LDW. So with that, we want to open it up for questions and answers. So we have a lot of people on the call. Let's get some questions going. I don't care what it is. Like, how can I get my promotion? Whatever. We just want to hear from y'all. So go ahead and ask questions. Then we'll have AJ finish out with some mindset. So if anybody has questions, go ahead and unmute yourself and then ask away, and then all the leaders can answer for you guys. Or if you have anything to say, go ahead and say it.
Hey, Chuck.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question about the promotion. Is it just for supervisors and above, or is it everyone, non-soups, everyone?
They did not specify, so I would just assume everybody.
Second half of that question, it has nothing to do with that, but I heard there's a new tea flavor and a new aloe flavor, and I know you know what they are, so can you please tell everybody?
The new aloe is, wait, no, it's not aloe. It's tea. It's herbal concentrate.
Oh, they didn't announce aloe? Because I heard, okay, I'll talk to you in a second.
I heard that too.
Okay, the new tea flavor.
All right, new tea is green tea, which comes in original and pomegranate. And see, they had the herbal tea concentrate, which is cinnamon. But they didn't announce anything about aloe.
Chuck, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
You had mentioned the color coding of the blue, green, and red. Is that just mainly for like your contacts and how to like keep them organized?
No, these are people that you want to recruit. These are people you want to actually go out and try and recruit them as either clients or coaches. Well, mainly just coaches or VIPs, because these are people you want to invite in your business. These are people you want on your team.
Okay. Thanks.
I have a question. So, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, well, not specifically for you, but the last day of LDW to like sign in online and pay is the 6th, right? Does anyone know? The last day to pay online for LDW, that's the 6th, right?
Yep.
The last date for $90 is tomorrow, October 6th.
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, Jen. All right. I can see it now. Open to fully qualified supervisors.
Okay.
So the levels 1 through 3 promotion for the last 3 months are for fully qualified supervisors.
And if you're not a supervisor, don't worry about it. That's just for, extra money that Herbalife is willing to give to us. If you're not a supervisor, do what you can to get 2 supervisors so you can.
And on Monday,